Alright, I believe we are live now. I'll get the game up in just a second, but the chat is not working. It seems like there's something every week. Come on, chat. I've never had this problem before. Sorry, guys. Well, while I figure this out, we are going to continue our run through Dark Forces. I do have it up whenever I Alt-Tab out. It just gives a black screen, so we'll get that fixed in just a second. There we go. We got the chat. Chris, hey, welcome. Thanks for coming back. All right, let's get into some Dark Forces. We actually completed a level last week, which is a nice change of pace. Not that I want the game to be over, but I'm kind of ready to move on to the next one. Alright, so we got Mission 7, Ramses Head Docking Port, Cal Ceti Deadly Cargo. Crix Medine informs us that the leader of the Dark Trooper project is a general named Ram Mak. You might remember him from your time with the Empire, a decorated soldier of the Clone Wars. Mak became very prominent during the Emperor's rise to power. He was one of the few generals to oppose the construction of the Death Star because of his distrust of any technology that separates the warrior from the battle and engaging with the enemy. He is absolutely obsessed with the honor of personal combat. Medine further reports that the Dark Troopers have 3 phases of construction. The first one is the Gromus Mines, which you so effectively blew to bits, where they mine the alloy resource Frick. The resulting alloy is then transported to the robotics facility, where it is treated and refined. The alloy is then taken to a special space cruiser. While we do not need all this exposition, what am I supposed to do? Find and destroy the robotics facility. Okay. If General Mak is so against using a battle station, waiting on charging batteries before house projects? Oh, yeah, I've been there many times. If General Mak is so against technology, why is he backing the Dark Trooper program, which is robots? Especially if he was on the Republic side in the Clone Wars, where you fought robots. Seems like a bit of a contradiction there, guy. Checking the wall for secrets because there was 2 troopers over there. I figured there had to be a reason, but maybe not. At least in this level I can tell the walls apart. Frick it indeed. Yeah. Ooh, okay. Is that a Dark Trooper? I heard a voice. Oh, it's these guys up here throwing grenades at me. Oh, Gamorrean. Got a new enemy type. That's cool. Yeah, I thought entering this room would be best just to sprint across it and wake everybody up and then see where they're at. That's kind of cool. You can blow up in the crate. Looks like they're stealing rebel supplies. Nice if the rebels to brand their supplies. Doesn't seem like the best move when you're an underground covert rebellion. Alright, I guess we gotta figure out a way up there. What was that? Oh, okay. Oh, I hate these mines. What? Okay. I don't know if I ever... I think Halo ODST was the only one of those games I actually played the story on. Or no, I think Legacy I also played. I think there was one called Legacy. There's like big anti-air guns at the end or something. Stormtrooper wanted to whisper halt in my ear. Hi, Keela. There we go. These facilities make absolutely no sense. But I have a lot of grenades. Supposedly thermal detonators, but I'm pretty sure a thermal detonator has a much bigger explosion than that. I didn't know Halo had any stealth missions. It's funny. So, yeah, I'm sure, especially on the Elite mode. I remember, I think Legacy was the name of the game. I might have that wrong, but I tried to beat that one on Elite just for the achievements, and I remember just being like an exercise in frustration. Had to do every part perfectly. Nope. Oh, sorry, I'm not too chatty today. I'm pretty tired. Trying to play catch up on some side jobs over the weekend. Oh, that's where I came from, okay. So I do have to get up there. That's a weird elevator. Yeah, I guess I overstated it. Just a single room. I'm guessing on any other setting other than Elite, you would just go in there and blast them all. Wow, that was pretty pathetic. Missed 30 rounds to his right. Alright, I feel like we're making progress in this one, but I probably shouldn't speak too soon. Oh, enough with the stupid mines. The mines are so good they don't need to have a single infantryman here. Oh, sorry. Seasonal allergies, lots of fun. Get the blue key, I have the yellow key. Typically melee or try not to touch any. Oh yeah, the melee was a quiet kill. Or go in on easy and just chuck plasma grenades. Yes, please, on the shields. The mines take them all away. I like these corridors. This looks cool. It really looks like the inside of the Curling Corvette, but it's just with the contrast, I like it. Doesn't all blend together. Oh, enough of that. Stop where you are. And the red key. Is this a bathroom? I think I just killed that guy going to the bathroom. Hero of the Rebellion. Oh, guess I shouldn't have jumped down yet. Oh, well, that's a terrible checkpoint. Thank you. Yeah, and for me. Yeah, these are weird. You have to, like, walk, crouch, and jump. Where were you before? All right. I don't know what that noise is. Oh, I think I had like some kind of supercharged weapon. Okay. These like bunker style windows are way better for me than they are for the enemy. And there's a lot of enemies in this one. I'm kind of loving it because I spend half the time in this game wandering empty halls trying to figure out where to go. There's the blue key card. See if I can remember how to get back to any of the doors that required it, though. Probably not. So it just brings me right back up. I've already been down here. Don't need any of this stuff. No. I feel like it's too obvious to go out the way I came in. Like usually games are... Well, no, I guess I do repeat areas quite a bit because I get lost. When you keep walking in new halls and there's new guys to kill, oh, look at that. That makes you feel like you're going in the right direction. I don't think it was in here. No, it's the bathroom. Brilliant, ill-prepared to handle the Empire's most nefarious defense implementation of the Tarkin Doctrine. Getting lost. Yeah, that's seriously all they did, is they just overbuilt everything, and they're like, we don't care if rebel spies get in, they'll starve to death before they get any information out. And then put stormtroopers who made me angry in weird, narrow hallways to wait on the off chance that somebody does break in. I was just about to say, that's amazing, no live mines, and then of course. That's all the Empire needed to do, was have buildings like this and live mines, and no one would have ever gotten any Death Star plans or anything else out. Palpatine had a maze under Mount Tantus. I wonder if this is where this entire game actually takes place. What? How did I... Oh, okay. Took fall damage on an elevator. Right, one more try. I'm going somewhere else. And all that effort was for nothing. Some Shields, not too bad. But I would prefer the way to go. Oh, I do have a map. That doesn't tell me anything. Nothing at all. I don't find this useful in the least. Okay, how do I get out of here? That's the one time I do want to backtrack, because I know we found a blue door before. Oh, I guess I need more coffee. Yeah, a lot of the facilities and Star shipyards and stuff were probably pre-existing and co-opted, but yeah, they got into production right away. Palpatine should have focused on industry rather than politics. He would have been, well, I guess he was rich because he had every resource in the galaxy. He would just take it. I don't think the blue wasn't here, wasn't it? All the way at the end? Or was this red? I'm going to keep going and hope it was blue. It was blue. I don't know if you saw that on your screen, but when I walked in the room, one stormtrooper either teleported or just disappeared entirely. That might be the first mine that I caught before it caught me. Nope. I set one off on the other side of the wall, I think.
Tracking device is secured. Picking up the signal. Looks like we're done here.
No one will ever see that tracking device. Oh, cool. I don't even have to get out. Next mission. One stream, one mission. We finally got it. Normally it's 6 streams, one mission. Okay. Track the smuggler ship to a remote planet called Antivi. Even having read a lot of Legends, granted it's been a while since I really did a deep dive into full-out Legends novels, I don't recognize any of the place names or the people's names. They probably did make them up just for this game, but it's weird. I'm always of two minds with that in Star Wars. Not everything has to happen on Tatooine and Hoth and Endor, but there should be some familiarity. I don't know. Yeah, we could even do a second. We could start a second mission. I'm not going to get ahead of myself and say we could finish a second mission in the hour, but yeah, that's some kind of record for me. Alright, we are now on Antivi, and I'm sliding. It's an ice planet. Or am I in water? Oh, it's just in water, okay. I also don't play that many old games anymore, so the fact that it's in water and moving I find pretty impressive, but that might have just been like, yeah, of course we could do that. Back to my trusty E11. I have all the parts of an E11 3D printed in a shoebox. I really got to put it together, go to my armory wall. It's a Death Star room. It's like the first gun I should have had. Hang on, I'll read that 1 second. This water noise is really irritating. A lot of games are all original locations and names. Each game was basically a Star Wars story in and of itself. Not as many games redid events told elsewhere. Oh yeah, for sure. I just like in The Mandalorian when he had to stop over with the Toad Woman. That could have been like Aunt Kiwi, just to mention it. Yeah, his moldy crow, the worst named ship in all of Star Wars, is not that subtle. Looking for Django. No. My wife came in to give the cat treats, but she doesn't want to walk by the camera. Oh, now I'm getting killed looking at the cat. If I were a... Oh, the water turned off. If I were a stormtrooper... Oh, there's back. If I were a stormtrooper stuck on this planet in a rebel camp, I'd be so excited to have something to do. That would only last about 8 seconds before I was dead, but just to change up the monotony. Yeah, Chris, I think you're right. That, I was just saying, like, I'm of two minds of it, where not every planet needs to be wholly original, but also, if you just keep going to the same 5 places, it does make this near-infinite galaxy feel real small. I always argue it as, like, it's, you know, it's the Force at work. Like, the Force brings you to these... Like, so much happened around Tatooine, even though Luke describes it like the furthest from the center of the universe. Not literally, but just like nothing important happens here because of the Force. But really, it's because of... That's what people had to go off of, and they didn't create new places. I just like the little nods. Trying to think of a good example. Like the planet that Solo fights on in Solo, A Star Wars Story, where he's like the mud trooper. Yeah. We know from a certain point of view that they count lasers, they count the energy cells, so they can't be out here doing target practice while they're waiting for something to happen. Oh, went all the way back to the beginning. 0 sense of direction. Oh, this is lovely. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I was just sliding that whole time. I was a little nervous I was not going to make that jump. Yeah, Dash Render was cool, and yeah, I did like that they put the Outrider in the special edition. I thought that was a cool touch. It's a nice wink to fans. It doesn't break anything if you don't know it. I know Shadows of the Empire is like an all-time classic Star Wars game, but I'm so worried about replaying it, especially on a stream, because I loved it when it was out, and we dealt with the bad controls because it was a Star Wars game with a cool story. I mean, I'm bad at this game. I could only imagine how much I'd be stumbling through that. Hey, welcome. Oh, thank you so much. TB, I guess I'll go with. I really appreciate it. I put a lot of effort in, so it means a lot when people say stuff like that. No, I don't think Dash Rendar showed up outside of the Shadows of the Empire little, whatever you would call it, the multimedia experience. But I think it's so cool that the company went all in and did like a movie-level release, just skipped the movie part. I think they were kind of trying to do that with the High Republic, and the High Republic it's not bad, but I don't think it's what it could have been. I don't think it found the mass appeal, I should say, because it was mostly books and comics. Yeah, you could really do stories from the Empire point of view of things, making the rebels terrorists, because, I mean, technically they are. We just know they're fighting for the right reasons. But every time they go in and slaughter like this, it kind of strengthens their case. Ah, blue keycard, cool. And now I have to remember where I needed that. I think it was up there. You'd think the door would be blue, not red. Favorite Star Wars character? Ever since I was a kid, it's been Obi-Wan Kenobi. And that was like pre-prequels. I was born in '85, so like the special edition was kind of my Star Wars trilogy. I saw the non-special edition first for years, obviously, but that was my first theatrical experience, so I'm not as harsh on some of the changes as a lot of other people are. But I always loved Obi-Wan Kenobi. I loved the mysticism, the taking Luke into this wider universe. And then I remember reading somewhere early on, and I kind of hate to say this because I never try to like put words in George Lucas' mouth. I feel like that happens a lot on the internet where people just like say, well, George Lucas thought this, so he agrees with what I said. But I read somewhere that Obi-Wan Kenobi wasn't like particularly gifted in the Force. He wasn't bad, but he had like no natural ability. He wasn't like a Skywalker. He was just a guy doing his best. And I think that comes across really good in the prequels and then in the Clone Wars and like all the subsequent stuff with him. And I just think he's this kind of like well-rounded, doesn't particularly excel anywhere, but he's just like a decent person. And I think that's like a great Jedi thing to like model a character and a trope after. Baron Sunter fell from the Fell Empire, like the Star Wars Legacy stuff. I just did a video on Darth Talon and was dipping into that. I actually never got too far into the Legacy stuff. Thrawn is awesome also. And I like that he's consistent between Legacy Thrawn, or Legends Thrawn, I mean, and Canon Thrawn. How about you, TB? Mad Taoish here for Kyle Katarn. That makes sense given what we're doing. Thrawn might be a cliche choice, but he's one non-Force villain. Yeah, I think that's why Thrawn is so captivating, because he's not just a red lightsaber coming to foil the plan. He's more calculating and clever than that, and I also like that he does serve the Empire, but he's not like... He didn't drink Palpatine's Kool-Aid. He actually kind of sees them more as a means to an end than anything. That's my read on him. Oh, that's a compactor. That was bad. This should be interesting. Dooku is cool, and I was, prior to me having this channel, actually, I didn't dislike Dooku, but I didn't think much of him. I actually thought he was... I mean, I know he had a Sith name, he was Darth Tyrannus, but I never considered him like a true believer in the Sith cause, and I thought he was just kind of like a faker for power for himself. But then when you get deeper into the character and you get his reasoning why, I mean, in a lot of ways he is just in it for power for himself, but there's more to it, and I think he is actually a very interesting character, especially when you compare him to like a Qui-Gon Jinn, where they were kind of saying the same thing, just in different ways. That was a really cool way to do it. Where was that turret? Turrets always give me a hard time. Wow, I'm gonna have to look up Baron Sunter Fell, because that's an education for me, thank you. Yeah, he got a little selfish with wanting to rebuild the Jedi Order in his image, but he didn't see it as like a selfish thing. He just thought, like, hey, they lost their way, I can fix it, which he wasn't entirely wrong. So I like different kinds of villains. Like the true believer, I'm all in, just like I'm a total zealot, is cool to me. But also, the true believer in the cause, like Thanos and Marvel, like he's carrying a burden. He's not in it for himself. I like that aspect of it. And I think that's how Dooku sees himself, where this is something he has to do. Oh, okay. My pager was going off, I guess. Later, father of Jagadfell, who became emperor and married, or at least suspected of marrying. Wow. Yeah, after the New Jedi Order, my knowledge gets very sparse. I did read quite a bit of it. Not as much as the stuff leading up to New Jedi Order. But even New Jedi Order, it's been... oh, man. High school? Maybe some into college years? I'm going to get back through it all. There's just so much to cover. I do like Wedge Antilles, too. I don't know if he's probably not a top 3, but he's a cool character. Actually, one character I go a little back and forth on, which is going to sound odd, but it's Luke Skywalker. And it's not that I don't like Luke Skywalker, that would be crazy. But he was like a very clear, like, number 2 for the franchise. But then if you think about it, if you take Legends out of it, is Luke Skywalker like a top tier character? Because they kind of crap all over him. And if your only knowledge is, like, say, from the 9 movies, I don't know if he is a favorite. Well, I guess it'd be the 6 movies, because he wasn't born for most of them. I don't think baby Luke Skywalker, where you see him for 2 seconds, is one of your favorite characters. That looks like I will die if I fall in. But this game has tricked me before. Well, I took a shot. Oh, I'm dying down here. How do I put my gas mask on? Crap, I'm gonna die while I try to figure that out. That's goggles. Gas mask. Got it. That is interesting. Good job, game. I got a battery cell. Okay, so I'm going to be limited on how long it can be down here. I try not to fill all my favorite characters with just Jedi characters, but the Jedi are cool. I will say Ahsoka Tano is way up there for me. When I first saw the Clone Wars movie, the animated Clone Wars movie that like kicks off the series, I hated it. I mean, rewatching it, it's not a good movie. It's a tough watch, but she really grew on me, and the time they took with developing her character and doing something different with her, the trajectory, it's not the same trajectory, but the quality and time that they put into it reminds me of Mara Jade. Thanks for stopping by, TB. I appreciate it, and thank you for watching the videos. We have a Discord, too, so if you ever have any questions or want to just chat, we're in there, so check it out in, like, any video description. I should probably have a way to send links in here. Alright, I planted the charge. How do I get out of here? Okay, 2 charges then. How many charges are there? Oh, a 3rd. And then return to the landing area. Secrets, 11%. I didn't know there were any secrets, and I don't know how I only got 11%, but I'm also kind of bummed out that I only got 11%. It's probably something where you have to go and just tap the door open thing on every single wall panel, hoping to get one open. Which, as much as I like to be a completionist, I'm not doing that. That one's done. I'm trying to visualize the shape of this thing. There we go. Come on, get out of there. You're gonna die. Get on the ledge, you idiot.
All charges set. Good job. Let's blow this ice cube. Woman after my own heart.
Oh, a Dark Trooper. Oh, I'm definitely gonna die here. I got 12 health. Out of ammo. Ah, he's so fast. Ah. Just how deadly a modern and realistic ground combat environment would be in Star Wars is terrifying. You would need real and competent stormtrooper armor. Just have it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the stormtrooper armor, I mean, I think Luke had it right when he said the uniform. Because we know from the Bad Batch and from Rex that the stormtrooper armor does not do a whole lot. Why is my gas mask off? I need it. Oh, no battery power. Oh, that's cool. Well, I'm going to get a game over down here. My only hope is to find a way out and not fight this thing. I went through all those batteries? That sucks. I also don't know how to get out of here. Let's hope one more time this terrible map. I don't think so. The only thing I can think is this upper left where it's slightly different. Yeah, use brute force is more like it. I got nothing on this thing. My health drops way too fast to even try to fight him. If I had the gas mask, I was going to try to kill it, but I think... oh, and then I fall in here and lose even more health. I'm not even going to make it to that weird outcropping corner part. 18. Yep. No, I'm done. Oh, and I killed it too. Oh, that sucks. We're at the very end. This is more what the streams are about. Redoing levels over and over and over and over. What are you doing, Keela? The other dog's attacking the window downstairs for a rabbit, and this dog gets nervous and comes to me, so she knows that. So I know that she's not the one being bad. Well, that sucked. I have to be much more efficient at that part next time, so I have some batteries left for the gas mask. I probably went past the things I had to plant the bombs on 1,000 times. We almost beat 2 levels within the hour. That would have been incredible. Ooh, next Monday at this time, I'll be counting down the minutes to be watching Maul Shadow Lord. I'm very excited for that. I actually got Sam Witwer's agent to respond to an email, which was cool, and they were working on setting up an interview, but obviously he's very busy, very, very busy right now. So I'm going to try to revisit it in a few months, like once the show is cooled off a bit, and see, because, I mean, not just because he's Darth Maul, but he's like a mega fan, so he's someone I wanted to talk to for a long time anyway. So that could be very cool. Where? Oh, it's back to the beginning. I always do that. Okay, and you go in here, and it's where I killed like 5 or 6 of them. This is the blue key, yep. And I think I'm just backtracking again, aren't I? Yep. Yeah, even getting a response felt like a, a huge step in. Like, the fact that Brendan Wayne came on, that blew my mind. Still blows my mind. Talking to a couple people from ILM. That was really cool. The poster artist, though it's really bad I'm blanking on his name. The guy was nice enough to come on. I should at least remember his name. And Tom Spina's been on a couple times. He does some cool work. I was reaching out to some concept artists yesterday, trying to see if they would want to come on and talk. Some people who put some books together, comic writers. I'm going to reach out to Phil Tippett, and I just finished Roger Christian's book. I'm going to reach out to him. I'm very interested in the people who created the whole look and feel of it. It's just, it fascinates me, and just the fact that they had the vision. I mean, half the look of Star Wars just came all out of one guy's head, Roger Christian's head, with airplane part scraps. Like, it's incredible. How do I forget where to go already? This sucks. Oh, there was also a gaming site, SWTOR. I should remember the name of the website. I'm so bad at plugging for people. I'm going to be doing a post about it because it was cool of them. But they reached out to use one of these live streams because they did an article all about Dark Forces. So I thought that was cool. I'll do a post plugging their article for them because it was cool of them to reach out, and us small Star Wars creators have to stick together and help each other out. Ralph with McQuarrie with the concept art for sure, but Roger Christian, like, physically built it. I did not mean to take credit away from anybody else. Roger Christian was, like, on site in Tunisia with pallets of airplane part scraps and building the lived-in universe feel that George Lucas wanted that we all associate with Star Wars now. It's just incredible what he came up with. Roger Christian took the idea of the lightsaber and built it and made it a thing that you could hold. Like, that's just awesome. Doug Chiang's another concept artist. I think he was more prequel era, but he did a lot of really great work too. Where am I taking that fire from? Because that's the direction I gotta go. That's right, this jump I didn't think I was gonna make. What? He just would not sprint. Sliding on the ice. I got ice cleats, that's amazing. What do I have to do? I have to go into inventory, click on ice cleats, exit, F4, no, okay, I have no idea. Ice cleats on. Oh yeah, I really don't want to think about things getting dystopian, because I feel like we're on the precipice. I was hoping, working hard and living within my means, I could pay off my mortgage and me and my wife could travel and do cool stuff, and it's just like the world is falling apart around us. It's scary stuff. That's why I like to disappear into Star Wars, even though it has a lot of the same themes. Alright, I think we're on the right track here. I want to get back to where I was and kill that stupid Dark Trooper and win. In Star Wars, there's an untouched paradise planet somewhere, absolutely, and I also like that is a very clear demarcation of who the good guys are and the bad guys are. There's no question what side you should be on. Alright, I don't want to get surprised. Oh, there's two turrets there. I was going to say I don't want to get surprised by that turret, as I missed two turrets. No, 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 Crusher, Crusher. I need that door. Glad I had a lot of shields. That was bad. Don't have a lot anymore. The more I think about it, 1900 and 1913 would probably be one of the best times to be alive if you had any kind of means. Independent travel, places unknown but within reach, different cultures, but with respect between the different cultures by and large. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get too heavy, but there's some rose-colored glasses there, I think. Like, poverty, racism, hygiene, medicine was all pretty bad. And then World War I, which is one of the most brutal wars, because it was this, like, weird time where the old, like, we're going to war and serve our country and there's honor in this, met, like, machine guns and mustard gas. Ooh, terrifying stuff. You should listen to, this guy Dan Carlin has a podcast called Hardcore History, and his, I think it's like a 4-parter on World War I, is incredible. I say podcast, but he only puts out like 2 or 3 episodes a year because they're all 3 or 4 hours long and they're like deeply, deeply researched. It's pretty incredible stuff. His older episodes you have to buy on his website, but they're like $1 an episode, so it's like $1 for 4 hours of entertainment. It's so worth it. Entertainment or education, I should say, because the World War I one for in itself gets tough to listen to at times. That's why you stopped at 1913, yeah. That's how I feel about it in our times. I'm like, can't I just keep, like, pause things in 2019? And even then it wasn't perfect, but... I actually took my wife to a Titanic traveling exhibit this past weekend. And we were, like, looking at it in today's currency. Could we even afford to be on the thing? And it'd be a stretch, but it's not undoable. It's like, you know, that was... Obviously, it was a big tragedy what happened to the ship, but, like, just the people, the wealth, and the opportunity that was going around in the world was pretty incredible at the time. So that was 1912, so it's right in your sweet spot window. How am I forgetting how to do this when I just did this? When I was growing up, well, you know, growing up in the 90s, I always kind of made fun of the 80s for being cheesy with cheesy music, and I made a lot of iconic movies, but also a lot of really cheesy movies. That sounds like a really awesome time to be alive now. Just way simpler. But at the same time, I like Wi-Fi and streaming and having a Death Star room. It's all bread and circuses, but what are you going to do? Alright, so gas mask. Okay, it's F4. Alright, let's do this quickly. Quickly. There's one. I wonder if picking up the batteries early is screwing me, like they don't save up. Stupid advertisement blanked everything. Oh, yeah, sorry about that. I was just saying, when I was growing up in the 90s, I always thought the 1980s were kind of cheesy. Like, we got some iconic movies, you know, the Ghostbusters, Back to the Future, Return of the Jedi, Empire Strikes Back, of course. I always thought it was kind of a cheesy time, though, like with the music and the fashion and stuff, but now it's like, that seems like a pretty nice time to live. It was a lot simpler. Horrible cars. Cars in the 1980s are ugly. Take like a Buick Grand National, maybe?
All charges set. Good job. Let's blow this ice cube. Woman after my own heart.
Alright, how do I get out of here? Oh, born 84, okay. Yeah, I'm never sure. Sometimes I feel like I'm the old man on YouTube. I don't know how to get out of here. Maybe I just have to kill the thing. Where is he? Gonna run out of gas mask. Got him. 5 missiles. No, I need the way out. Oh boy. The cars might have been ugly, but you didn't need a computer to talk to the computer to diagnose the computer chip and some sensor buried somewhere. That is very true. I really wanted to learn about cars, and I just think muscle cars are cool. So my wife and I had a good year, and we bought a 1978 Camaro that was swapped with an engine from a 69, so it didn't have all the horsepower wasn't suppressed. I rewired the whole car. I learned all about it. You know, I could do the brakes, the oil changes. I changed the starter at a point when some stupid garage ruined it, and it's all just YouTube videos, and it was an awesome experience. I don't have it anymore, which is kind of a bummer. Not my favorite body style, but it was a lot of fun to have a car that was just mechanical. You turn the key, you drive it. The most advanced thing in it was the stereo. Which I did put in one that looked retro, but it had Bluetooth. Had to. I don't want to run out of gas mask and die. Oh, that little alcove is where the Dark Trooper came out, so that's useless to me. It's probably in the center, because that's where I came down. Fell down where that fan blade is. Let me out, let me out. Oh, here we go, here we go. Probably shouldn't have this thing out in case I come across a stormtrooper and kill myself. there's a bunch of them down here. No! I have no ammo for anything. I have grenades, that's it, but I don't want to use them in this enclosed space. I guess rockets it is. Yeah, I need batteries for this gas mask, but yeah, Qui-Gon Jinn just has a thing in his pocket. He can go to the bottom of the ocean. So, like, we have the technology, but we're not getting it to Kyle Katarn. He was an Imperial. I know we're running long today, but finishing 2 levels in one day is like a dream. And the only thing waiting for me is working a side job, so I'm kind of procrastinating at the same time. No! Oh, come on, that's a cheap trick. Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Where's my ice boots? Yeah, I comment on the Moldy Crow every week because it's just the dumbest name for a ship in all of Star Wars. Ice cleats on. Yes, thank you. One fall and I have to redo this stupid level next week, and I don't want to. It actually wasn't a bad level, I just don't want to do it for a third time. I don't want to come across a stormtrooper because this is the only weapon I have. I feel like anytime a spaceship would go into space, it would kill any kind of mold, but space in Star Wars is also different since there's things that live in it. Purgil and Exogorth. Give me that, give me that. 15 rounds is better than 0. Just take it real careful. Okay. Okay, so that's where I killed a bunch of them, so I gotta go back this way. I think we're gonna get it. Shouldn't speak too soon. This is the end. Yes, there is the stupid looking Moldy Crow. We did it. That's 2 in a week. Barely over an hour. Next mission. Awesome. Chris, thank you for hanging out. That was very cool. It was a little bit of a slower week, but we had some new people in here, so that's also cool. But I appreciate anyone who takes the time to stop by. Chris, thank you for the conversation. It makes the streams go by much better. The first one I did of these, I accidentally had it set to private, and I didn't even realize it. And I was like, wow, 0 people in the stream. That kind of sucks. And I was just trying to come up with something to talk about for an hour. Yeah, name give. I should come up with some interactive stuff like that. That's a good idea. I'll get some details on the Moldy Crow, and next week whoever is in here, we can see what it should be renamed to. Very cool stuff. Quit to DOS. I mean, that was levels, I think, 7 and 8 or 8 and 9, so I feel like we gotta be getting toward the end. I don't really know, but I just can't imagine older games were that long, because they couldn't hold as much on the disc or whatever they released it on. I wish I could make my camera go full screen when the game is closed, but I don't really know how to do that with OBS. Since it's made for putting the game up. Yeah, if I hide the window capture, it doesn't do anything. Well, I'm sure if I figure out a way to change it, I'll just break it for next week. But Chris, thanks again. Everybody else, thanks you for stopping by. Anyone who watches this on the rewatch, thanks. Very cool stuff. I've been enjoying these. We'll get some more interactivity and stuff going. Oh, fun. Dig out the chicken house. And I thought me going to work on someone's website was going to be a bummer of an evening. At least I can sit on a couch with my dog and watch TV and not have to touch chicken crap. But at the same time, you get farm fresh eggs, and that's a good thing, because we pay a premium for that. Where I live, they make it so prohibitive to own even a single chicken that I can't if I wanted to. We talked about getting like 2 or 3 just for the eggs, but we'd have to have 3 times the land we do, and it's not really available in this town. So I guess you go get to your chores, and I will